Hello everyone, it's Cribini and Tina.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel. We trust that everybody's having a fantastic day and that you guys are in the best of health.
Yes, with health as always being most important. So for the last few weeks, we've been talking about a few things, right? We're back in full effect. And we have been touching on a couple of videos on what we spent, right? For 1 year compared to Lyria and Lisbon.
Right.
And now, last week, we talked about the economic changes to the climate between the DR and Portugal that affected us when we were there. So from 2020 to 2023 is what I compared, those 3 years, what's changed, how it's happened. And then I said it really gave us kind of a hard look at what we spend our money on and what we choose. Because you have to make a choice.
Right, we all have choices, that's true.
It's everyone's choice on what they really want to spend their money on. And although I was saying we didn't get to finish up that video kind of ended on what were our thoughts about our decision and did we make the right decision? And you guys chimed in too. Some people said that we didn't make the right decision, but the overall consensus was that we did.
Right.
And it was mostly from people either that go there a lot or live there or Dominicans. So guess we weren't too off, the marker on what we were doing, but again, we did what was best for us. So with that saying, when we were in the DR, we were living at around $1,200, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less a month that we were spending for our expenses. And we did say in that last video that we would now have to spend at least $2,000 to live like that.
Yeah.
I think that's being generous. I think right now we would probably be living closer to $2,200, $2,400 to live there.
22,
and here in Portugal, we spend on average $2,500 to $2,600. So to me, if I'm going to spend a few hundred more, I would much rather live like here.
Right.
And I said that the things that it's a lot of factors that go into consideration. So I think first, in no particular order, but one of the ones is the quality of this building, the building and this home that we now live in. So we're talking the building in Santiago, the building here. I believe that the building was built higher quality construction here. I believe we have much higher amenities here, although we did have really top of the line amenities that they had in Santiago. At that time. I've seen some buildings that have come a long way out there. They're building up the town. But at that time, and I feel like here, the quality of this home and the building here is a lot better.
Right, because also we noticed we're in Santiago, Dominican Republic. We had some shabby construction in the apartment that we were staying in. And we had 2 floods. Not one, but 2.
I think we talked about it on a couple of videos.
But that was a while back. But it was so bad that the people had to come in real quick with buckets, that the water was just flying from the air conditioning unit at one point. And then the second flood came from inside the closet, something with the pipes. The pipes wasn't really good. Pipe busted.
It was a brand new building.
Brand new building. And now it's leaking through the sheetrock, and now you got all the other kind of stuff that's going on, and it was terrible. And it was like the closet it was in, it was like we got to close that.
Yeah, it was the master. So, and that's on an old video. Look back, we talk about it. But on the second item that I said was a huge factor it's the neighborhoods, the cleanliness, the safety, the location to fresh farmers markets, and of course for you, the location near to the beach.
Right, and everything is basically close by for me. It's doable. I don't even have to get an Uber. I don't have to get a taxi. Everything is walking distance. I can even walk to the beach from here if I really wanted to. Now
we could walk to the store, which we did a lot of times. We walked right down the street, but it was a supermarket. We have a lot of supermarkets here. We can walk the opposite way is the supermarket. That way is the farmer's market to where we live. But in Santiago, it was one supermarket. It was a side little cart that sometimes the guy was there, sometimes he wasn't, but he did sell vegetables. And then if you're talking like neighborhood safety and cleanliness has always been an issue. They tried to keep our neighborhood clean because people of a certain income did live there.
Certain status.
Right, so they did keep ours, but at some point you have to make those couple of turns and be on the main road.
Right.
And then
That's true.
all bets are off because it's not as clean.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the whole, I mean, even in the country, the whole country is not as some areas are. Some areas are nice and livable, doable. Cleanliness is a great thing. But then you go a couple of blocks down the road, and it's a completely different world.
Yeah.
And I could not believe it.
And that would be safety also.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
we did go places at night. We walked to like the food court and you know the things of the food truck place, and we did things at night. But would I have always gone by myself? No. After COVID, absolutely not. I wouldn't even go to the grocery store by myself after COVID because it had gotten kind of so bad out there. And in our neighborhood, yeah, there was always a police presence, but it was for the people's houses because they had more expensive homes there.
Yeah.
But again, you have to leave that comfort at some point to get your daily things done, or to go out at night to venture out, and then you're kind of not feeling the same way that we feel here.
Right.
Here we have a park right behind us, and literally people walk around that park at night, and you would never ever have any problem.
And early in the morning. So we have here what we didn't have in Santiago Dominican Republic. Because now we have the best of both worlds. We got good facility where we live at, and we can go outside. We have the cleanliness, the comfort, the safety. We can have all that. We didn't have all that when we were in the DR.
Right, and then the third, and of course the last one I'm going to talk about, is that we really do love finally owning a car. We got a great car for an amazing price because our kids are going through the inflation of car prices right now as they venture out to buy a second car. And we also, one of the biggest things out here I was telling you is you don't have to worry about your car getting hit every 5 minutes like in Santiago.
Right.
In Santiago, there's crazy drivers, there's motorcycles flying, the mopeds, and they will smack a mirror off, they will hit you and keep on running. Even our own landlady, her daughter hit somebody and they just kept going.
Nobody stopped asking no questions.
They just kept on going like, is that normal? And I was like, is it though? So that was one of the things that kind of kept us from getting a car out there. We took Uber.
Right. And not just that, Tina, but also the roads are so bad there. You know, it rains a lot there when it floods, and so they got to build the roads where you got some deep inclines at one place, and then you got to be careful when you go across the main street. It's a lot of gullies there.
Right.
If you're not careful, it'll damage the front of your car and even underneath your car.
Right.
So you got to really be careful. But the roads are, like I said, in bad shape for the most part. Even driving from Santiago to San Domingo, between those two cities, the roads are really terrible in some spots.
Well, and you could get on the toll road, but then you also have the fear of, am I going to get pulled over to get shook down for some money? We've done a lot of videos on that. And here we take toll roads all the time. It's like taking toll roads in the U.S. Nobody bothers you. You do your speed limit, and you know you don't have to worry about anything. It's hardly anybody on the toll roads except for during when everybody's getting off work.
But the roads are a lot smoother here. And it's actually made for your car. Your car can get a nice ride, save fuel. But also, and the big piece of this, also, it's the corruption that stops a lot of infrastructure in these countries. It's all about the corruption. The money's supposed to be going to the road, but it's probably going to one of the politician's pocket, or it's going somewhere else where it shouldn't go. And that's why you have what you have.
That's true.
So I'm really happy about the move. I'm really happy because, you know, when you make a move and you change your life, you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. And it's not going to be suitable for everyone. Everyone thinks that you're being critical because you move. Well, it's not your life, it's my life.
Right.
And it might work perfect for you, but hey, I've grown to get to another level. I worked hard on my life, and I have my prerogative what I want to spend my money on.
Exactly.
So I'm a lot happier here, and this is a perfect fit
For us.
for us.
Yes, I would agree. There's people that have left here that have tried to move here. There's people that have left, the Dominican Republic that have tried to live there.
Right.
And there's people that have stayed there. And there's a lot of people that stay here. So, like I said, it's going to be up to you and your lifestyle.
And so consider that if you think about criticizing us, get the big picture. So you can have a good day.
I just like everybody to have the whole
Yeah,
enchilada.
get the whole thing before y'all start chiming in. You this, you hate the country. No, I love the
It
country.
doesn't bother me.
Like I said, to everything there's a season. Right? We came for a while and it was time for us to leave. So here we go. So, in the meantime, between the time, please always remember that life is to be enjoyed.
Yes. So make sure, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up, and hit that notification bell if you'd like to be notified on videos like this and others.
So until next video, peace.